Let's do this. Got my tea. It's time to talk. Maybe that should be my intro for these. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm getting my hot water bottle situated behind my back because you know I can't sit for a long period of time without being cozy, and that's what my hot water bottle does for me. Anywho, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to my very first tea talk. I think that's what we're gonna call it. Tea talk? We'll go with tea talk. So I'm kind of hoping that this is gonna be a little bit of a series on the channel, I'm gonna say, and maybe we'll do it like the first Tuesday in every month, so that it's like a recurring thing where it can switch up. It's more of like a chatty style kind of video where we can do Q&As, or we can talk about a topic if you want me to talk about something, and we can have a little bit of a back and forth in the comments, or we can do live chats, things like that, but we're gonna call them tea talks. And I think maybe doing them like the first Tuesday in every month could be kind of cool, so that it's something that we can all look forward to every month. So today I thought we could do a Q&A because I've got a little bit of a backlog of questions of the vlogs that I need to get answered because I've missed so many of them, and you guys have asked such good questions. And I also put out one of the little question tabs on Insta stories as well to see if any of you had anything that you wanted to ask. So we're gonna start answering questions in today's tea talk. Also, just a couple of really quick housekeeping things I'm gonna say. I am going to link some of my past Q&As down in the description box, so in case I don't answer something that you might have asked or that you're curious to know, I might not have answered it in this video because I've already answered it in another one. So I'm gonna leave those linked down below, so if you want to have a watch of those, you can. Also, number two, my camera is having a little bit of a situation right now, and today I'm gonna have to take it to the camera doctor to try and get fixed. If some of my videos aren't up right on time this week, or if they're a little bit spotty, I apologize in advance, but I will do my very best to try and get out as many videos as I can as usual this week. But just know that my camera is having some issues of its own, so I can only do as much as my camera's gonna allow me to do. Okay, let's start with Instagram. Rita Ray 21 asks, what is your favorite musical? You should do more music, by the way. Your voice is incredible. Thank you so much. Let me see. I really love like older musicals like Guys and Dolls and The King and I and South Pacific and different things like that. They really make me happy watching like old musicals and movies like that. Newer ones, I love Wicked. I've never seen it. Actually, no, I lie. I have. I've seen it in Dublin maybe about 3 or 4 years ago, and I loved it, but I'd love to see it on Broadway or on the West End. I really would. Oh, I seen Finding Neverland when I was in New York about 3 or 4 years ago, and I thought it was incredible. Extremely emotionally draining because I cried my eyes out, as did everybody else beside me. But I thought it was fantastic. What is the guy? Matthew, oh my god, I can't remember his name. He was Mr. Shue in Glee. He was the lead in it when I went to see it, and I thought he was fantastic. I thought the whole cast was incredible, and I really enjoyed it. That was one that I wasn't really expecting to enjoy as much. And I also seen School of Rock while I was there, and oh my god, those kids are so talented. It is incredible. I want to be them. Yeah, they were 2 of my favorites that I've seen in person, or 3 of my favorites, should I say, if you include Wicked. I don't know, there's just so many really good ones, but there's a lot that I haven't seen as well. I really need to get on the ball with seeing more musicals because I really do love them. And off the back of that, just when she mentions music and singing, I've had so many of you message me on Instagram and in the comments of these videos recently about my music channel, and that actually ties in another question that I get asked a lot, and that is how I got started on YouTube. And that is how I got started on YouTube. It was with music. I have always been into singing, acting, dancing, performing arts in general. That's just something that has always been a passion of mine since I was really little. And I started on YouTube just uploading covers because I loved to sing, and that was kind of it. Just started uploading them because I enjoyed it. And somebody asked, do you think you will ever go back to singing or pursuing it? You've got such a beautiful voice. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. I actually did pursue it years and years ago. Well, not years and years ago, it wasn't that long ago. When I was in college, I actually did pursue music as a career. And to be honest, the experiences that I had at that time probably put me off it a little bit when you're talking about the music industry and different people that I dealt with. I just wasn't a fan of it, to be honest with you. And it kind of took the enjoyment out of just singing, and that's just being totally honest. I haven't uploaded anything to that channel in quite a long time, but that doesn't mean that I don't love singing still. I mean, I absolutely love it, and that's not to say that in the future I don't decide that I want to go and do a little bit of acting or do some musicals. 110% I would do that. Definitely doesn't mean that I don't love acting or singing or anything like that at all. I just haven't uploaded anything on that channel in a while, and I'm not really entirely sure how I could kind of incorporate that into this one, because I mean, I feel like just bursting out into song in the middle of a vlog would be a little bit odd. But if you want me to, I totally will. But all of your comments about my music channel are super sweet. Like, honestly, you are so kind. And as I said, I still love to sing. I sing around my house all the time. I just haven't uploaded any covers very recently. Katarina 1234599. I like the way you just skipped right to the end with the 99 there, Katarina. She asked, how old are you and did you go to university? So I am 26 years old. I will be 27 in, I have to think about it there. Will I be 27? I will be 27. I'll be 27 on the 9th of November, and I did go to university. I went to UCD in Dublin and I studied English and history, which I absolutely loved. If I was to change anything, I might have maybe switched English for French, because I studied French when I was in school, loved it, and I kind of wish that I was a little bit stronger in it now. I'm by no means fluent in French at all. I still understand a good amount of it and can speak a little, but I kind of wish that I had studied it in college. But I loved history. I'm the biggest history geek, if you didn't know that about me already. Absolutely freaking love it. Hannah Jo Russell asked, what's so special about Kerrygold butter as opposed to other butter brands? Easy. 1, it's Irish. 2, it tastes freaking incredible. Nicola Lim asked, do you have any siblings? Yes, I do. I have a brother. His name is Sean, and he is the bomb. He is younger than me. He's a year and a half younger than me, but we are super close. Also, lots of questions about my job, what I do for a living. Do I still do makeup? Am I a makeup artist? I did answer this one in my last question, but again, I will just answer it really quickly. I still do makeup, and I also do YouTube as well. So it's all rolled up into one right now, and I love it. Daphne Dandelion 77 asked, would you like to move to another country? Love your videos. Thank you so much, girl. Yeah, I'm totally open to moving to another country. I would never say never. I love to travel, and seeing new places really excites me, so I would never say never to experiencing life for a period of time somewhere else. I love Ireland, and actually somebody else asked me what's my favorite thing about Ireland. First of all, it's home, but also I really love its position in the world. I love how easy it is to travel from Ireland, and I mean like travel anywhere. If you go one way, you are over in America or Canada, South America, whatever, and then if you go the other way, you are in anywhere in Europe or in Asia. The opportunities for travel from Ireland are just so easy, and that is one of the things that I love most about here. Don't really love the weather that much, but I can deal with it. But yes, I definitely would consider moving somewhere else. I don't know where or when or for how long, but I would consider it. Okay, into dating and relationships. I always get asked these. These are always the juicy ones. Suzanne Owen, maybe? OEN? I'm not entirely sure. It's always so hard to read usernames. But she asked, what do you feel about dating? Does trying to find someone stress you out? I don't know. I feel like dating's a good thing. I don't do it that often, if I'm honest. I actually had this conversation with a friend of mine last weekend, maybe, or the weekend before, and we were talking about dating, and we both said that it's so funny. It's like you go through phases where you're like, it'd be nice to have somebody to kind of just, you know, do things with and hang out with and go for dinner and all that kind of stuff, and it's kind of nice to have somebody to share different things with. But I feel like these things happen when they're supposed to happen, and I think the more weight and stress you put into a situation, the more it's like not gonna happen for you. So you kind of just need to not think about it that much and just do your own thing, work on yourself and worry about yourself. And when you're in the best mindset and best life situation, if that makes any sense, for something to happen or for somebody to come into your life, it'll happen. But yeah, single gals, if you agree, I think we all go through periods where we're like, yeah, it'd be nice to have somebody to share things with, and then you go through periods where you're like, oh no, I've just got so much going on in my life, I've got other things that I need to focus on, and bam, that's when something will happen. But yeah, I definitely do think you shouldn't stress about it, not at all. You should definitely worry about yourself first and foremost, because that is the thing that matters most. Yes, SJW_23, would you do another solo trip to Disney again? Hell yes, I would. I loved it, absolutely loved it. I definitely would love to go back again with somebody else. I'd love to go back with a friend. I'd love to take my mum as well. We've never been to Walt Disney World together, and I feel like we would have a ball. I would definitely go back on my own again. I really enjoyed it and would highly encourage anybody that is thinking about doing a solo trip to Walt Disney World. It was just such a good time, and as I said in those videos, you can do whatever you want. You're not kind of working around anybody else's time frames or what they want to do or where they want to eat. You can literally do you. Interestingly enough, I've actually had a lot of questions about my diet, as in, am I a vegetarian? Would I ever consider going vegan? Do I eat carbs? Things like that. I'm not vegetarian, I'm not vegan, and yes, I do eat carbs. Have you seen my vlogs about my dad's bread? I'm not vegetarian, but I love vegetarian food. I'm not vegan, but I love vegan food too. I think the main thing you could probably say about my diet is that I don't eat a lot of red meat. That would be the main thing. Martika Morgan, hi Martika, I always notice your name, asked, what keeps you most inspired to do YouTube? Love, yeah, love you too, girl. What keeps me most inspired to do YouTube? I just really enjoy it. There are times, I'm not gonna lie, there are times where I get stressed out about it. For example, last week when I was having my technical difficulties with my camera, as I mentioned, I'm a bit of a perfectionist. So when I feel like other people are going to be disappointed in me, or when I could be doing something about something but I can't, it's a little bit hard to explain, but anybody else out there that's a perfectionist will completely understand where I'm coming from. That can stress me out. And the fact that I had planned to get a certain video up on a certain day and that didn't work out, that I had to put it up the day after, it was still going up, but the fact that I had to put it up a day later than I had intended to, that really stressed me out and annoyed me. And I know that is so silly. Like, in my head, I know that that's a silly thing to worry about. That's probably one of the only things that really stresses me out. Obviously, you're going to get negative comments sometimes and things like that, but I feel like the longer that you put out videos and see negative comments, which is a really bad thing, it shouldn't be a thing where you see negative comments and it's just you have to get used to them, but you do. And I'm really lucky that you guys are so kind. Like 99.9% of the comments that I get are just like, I mean, mind-blowingly heartwarming. I can't even explain to people how nice you guys are, that I have the most kind subscribers in the world, like, honest to God. Some of the comments that you leave me, I'm just blown away by. So those are the things that keep me going. That's what keeps me inspired, is you guys and your positive feedback and how kind you are and how much you enjoy my videos and how much I enjoy creating them and the creative process and just documenting daily life and things that I enjoy and that I love. I'm getting just like excited talking about it. Things like that just really excite me. Yeah, I think you guys inspire me, basically. Duchess.29 asked, why don't you show your friends in your videos? This I did answer as a question of the vlog, so if you didn't watch that vlog, you might have missed it. One, I actually have included friends in videos in the past. Maybe in a video about 2 weeks ago, I went to go see Aladdin with one of my friends and she was in the video. That's my closest friend. We've known each other since we were literally like 4 years old, and she is in the vlogs sometimes. But on the other side of that, then you kind of have to bear in mind that not everybody is super comfortable being on the camera, and I have to respect that too, that I can't just like get my vlog camera out and expect everybody to be okay with me vlogging them. Like, I mean, there's times where my family don't want me vlogging them and there's times where they're totally okay with it. So that's one reason. Also, if I'm totally honest, I don't have loads of friends, and I'm just gonna put that out there. I don't think that's anything that you should be embarrassed about. I don't think that that's not normal. I think that's completely normal. I have lots of people that I talk to and that I see, but I don't have loads of people that I hang out with on a consistent basis. Like, I mean, even my closest friend, we don't see each other all the time because we've got life stuff going on and work stuff going on. And I actually had this conversation with her the other day, and we were saying that, like, like life gets so busy, and I feel like a true testament of a really good friend is that you don't need to see everybody every second of the day, or maybe even every week or every 2 weeks, but you know that somebody is still there for you, and that if you did ever need someone, that they're there. I think that's the thing that matters the most. But yeah, that's kind of it in a nutshell. Paddles96, I'm going to answer 2 of your questions because they are good questions. First of all, summer or winter? Can I like go right in the middle and say autumn? Because autumn's my favorite season. I only like winter because of Christmas. Other than that, I don't really enjoy it that much. Summer, I love for the heat and the sunshine, because the sunshine makes me happy. And then she also asked, what's the best / worst thing about working from home or working for yourself? Best thing is flexibility with your time and your hours and things like that. But obviously you have to make up for that in other ways. So if you take off a morning to do things, you might have to work on till like 12 o'clock at night to get something done. But the flexibility is the best, and probably the worst thing is keeping yourself motivated, because there's times where you really don't feel like doing something, but you know you have to, and nobody else is telling you that you have to do it. You have to motivate yourself to do it. Luckily that doesn't happen that often, but there are times when you really don't have any motivation, but you have to motivate yourself to do it because you are your own boss. Okay, some YouTube questions. This one's kind of similar to the one that I just answered, but Paige Caudill asked, how do you find the motivation to get up and do things rather than be lazy? / do you get up in the mornings and get dressed even if you're not going anywhere or doing anything? Yes. That is the key. Every single day I get up. There's very, very few days that I get up and I stay in like workout gear, for example. The first thing that I do in the morning is get out of my pajamas and into my walking gear. So like my leggings and a little zip up or something like that, because that kind of motivates me to get out of the house and go for a walk. If I'm not going for a walk, or if I know I don't have time to go for a walk in the morning, I will get up and get dressed no matter what, because that gets me motivated to do things throughout the day. And even if I end up not being as productive as I had intended to be, at least it sets me on the right track. So getting up, getting dressed and getting ready and prepped for the day is how I kind of motivate myself to get out and do things. Carrie Lynn asked, if you could trade lives with one celebrity for one day, who would it be and why? Oh, that's a good one. I feel like I would want to trade lives with somebody that's kind of fun, that has a fairly normal life, that's not really like in the limelight that much, but I would maybe like to have a similar career or something. Blake Lively maybe? I feel like Blake Lively would be a nice one. She seems like a really nice girl. She's an actress and that's definitely something that I'm interested in. And Ryan Reynolds, yes. So yeah, maybe Blake Lively, or like Chrissy Teigen or somebody like that. Chrissy Teigen's funny. I feel like Chrissy Teigen would be fun. Or Oprah. I like Oprah. Oh, also loads of questions about how tall I am. I'm 5'8". Lots of people ask me that. Millie Perdomo asked, how do you imagine your future and how do you keep your smile besides everything? That's such a cute way of putting that. I love that. How do I imagine my future? I think this is a funny one for me to answer, and I know there's a lot of people that would answer this in the same way as me, because I have had this conversation with other people. When I get asked how I see myself in 5 years, or my life in 5 years, or my life in 10 years, I don't know. I have no idea, and I am 110% okay with that, because I know how fast life can change and how your mindset can change and how things that you want to happen in your life can change, and the people that you surround yourself can change. Everything in life is so changeable. You never know what's going to happen, so you have to be flexible with your life and with your plans. So as much as it is really great to have goals, I definitely think that is super important to have things that you want to work towards, because that keeps you motivated. I think it's better to have kind of more short-term goals that kind of maybe might add up to a long-term goal in the long run. They seem a little bit more achievable in that way, I think, when you're not looking at the bigger picture all the time. You're looking at all of these small things to tick off, and then next thing, you've achieved the big thing. Is this even answering the question? Kind of. I don't know where I see myself in 5 or 10 years time. I don't really know how I see my future, but as long as I am happy and healthy and all of the people that I love, my family, my friends, everything like that are happy and healthy, I will be happy. But all the same, I would like to tick some of like my big goals off the list. Like I've said before in one of my Q&As, and I've put it out into the universe, that one of the things I want to do, like a bucket list thing for me, is to work with Disney on something, whether that is through YouTube or maybe through acting or doing like, I would love to be in like a Disney original movie or in something like that. That would be so exciting for me. And that combines the music into it as well, because I feel like a lot of Disney things are music related. So maybe in the future we'll keep our fingers crossed and our vibes positive, and maybe that'll happen. But yeah, little things like that, I would love to do that. And I always feel like it's good to dream big and have big goals and pursue them, because there's no reason why you can't do anything if you set your mind to it. Charlotte McCarthy asked, where have you visited in England? As an English girl, I know that most people just want to go to big cities like London or Manchester, but the little places are just as pretty. I'm from near Dover. I'm right on the little sticky out bit next to France. Love that. I'm one of those people that hasn't been to many places in the UK in general, to be honest with you. The closest that I can get to the UK is Northern Ireland. For traveling around England, I have only been to London. I'm pretty sure I've only been to London, but I would love to go to the Lake District because it looks absolutely incredible. And then in Scotland, I would love to go to Edinburgh. That's on my list of places to go to. But definitely, it's the same with Ireland. There's more than just cities to see in Ireland too, so I totally get where you're coming from, where there's more places than just the big cities, but I am not a gal that has seen many of them, but I would love to. Nico Alicia possibly asked, where are your favorite places in your country and the food? I get asked this a lot about Ireland, actually, about the food. I see this question pop up all the time. For me anyway, I feel like Ireland is such a diverse country when it comes to food. Like when I think of Irish food, I think of spud dinners basically. I love potatoes though, love potatoes, so that's like my favorite Irish food, if you want to say that. Potatoes with loads of Kerrygold butter and salt, yum. But when it comes to Ireland, this country has so many amazing restaurants. It's absolutely incredible for all different types of cuisine. I mean, if you're talking you want Italian or French, Spanish, Greek, Lebanese, I mean Indian, anything, there is going to be a ton of amazing restaurants that you can eat in. And I love food, so I eat so many different types of food, so it's kind of hard to pinpoint one thing that I love. Sushi, I love sushi as well. And where is my favorite place? I love Wexford. I spent a lot of time in Wexford when I was younger. I love Kilkenny as well. I definitely think I need to be a tourist in my own country a little bit more this year. That should be a goal of mine for the summer. This is a good one from Cara Schmidt. What accent would you choose if you could have any in the world? And she said she asked this because my accent's so lovely and she finds hers boring in comparison. She's from the Midwest in the US. Thank you. I never really think about my accent, to be honest, and nobody can really pinpoint whereabouts exactly in Ireland my accent comes from because it's fairly neutral for where I live. But what accent would I choose to have? Maybe like Italian. I would love to learn Italian, to be honest. I would love to be able to speak it. So maybe Italian. Okay, I'm gonna do some quick fire ones just to finish off. What was your favorite class in school? Loved history. I think history was or music. History, music, art, or French. One of those four. Wondering if you have a boyfriend and do you want to be married and have kids one day? No, I don't have a boyfriend. I am a single Pringle. And do I want to be married or have kids one day? To that question, I always say whatever will happen, will happen. Plan to Shine said, what does your ideal day look like? That is a good one. I like that. Okay, it would probably be a day in the lead up to Christmas. So like in the early part of December time, where you wake up, where I wake up in a hotel in a really comfy bed with the really nice plush pillows that you get in hotels, and then going out for breakfast and having some really good breakfast food. I love breakfast food, so like pancakes or waffles or something like that, and then spending the day in Disney. And because it's the lead up to Christmas, everything's really cozy and there's Christmas decorations and everything's just so comforting and lovely. And throughout the day, I've got loads of really nice plans made for lunch and for dinner later on in some amazing restaurants, because you all know I love food, I love restaurants, I love that kind of experience and experiencing new places. Having loads of cups of tea throughout the day as well, and spending time with my family and friends and Bella. I feel like that sounds like a pretty good day to me. Also, can I point out a question from this video that really made me lol? Like, I laughed out loud at this because I thought it was so funny. But somebody commented saying, who feels like she's faking her British accent? And I couldn't stop laughing because I was like, I'm Irish. My accent's an Irish accent. I thought that was so funny. Anyway, I am going to put my laptop down and I'm going to wrap up this video here. I hope you enjoyed it. I tried to answer as many as I possibly could. I know I probably rambled on a lot of those answers, and I know I did answer a couple of questions that I have answered in the past, but just in case you missed some of them and you're new to the channel, I thought I would answer a few of them briefly. But I hope you enjoyed this little Q&A, this little tea talk. I'm really excited to start doing some more of these, so we'll say the first Tuesday in every month we'll do a tea talk with Grace. I feel like I'm talking like a mile a minute now, so I am going to wrap this video up here. Thank you so much for watching as always. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and if you're new to the channel, don't forget to click the subscribe button and turn on the bell notification so you can get notified every time I upload. I would love to have you back again. But yeah, I really hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you all again very, very soon in my next one. Bye.